Hello, fellow travelers. Today, I want to share a secret with you. A place tucked away on the coast of South America, Uruguay. For years, I dreamed of exploring somewhere real and undiscovered, a journey about feeling a new way of life. Uruguay called to me with quiet beaches, friendly faces, and a rich culture. My plan was simple: a backpack, a notebook, and a budget of just $950. This wasn't about luxury, it was about connection and discovering if I could experience the soul of a country with just enough to get by. Could I travel Uruguay's coastline, from its vibrant capital to historic towns, on such a modest amount? I believed I could. With hope and excitement, I boarded a plane, ready for whatever Uruguay had in store. Uruguay is often overshadowed by its neighbors, but that's what makes it special. Its gentle rhythm puts you at ease. I wasn't looking for a whirlwind tour, but for slow mornings, long walks, and genuine conversations. My $950 felt less like a limitation and more like a key to authentic travel. This is my invitation to you. Join me as we walk cobblestone streets, taste local foods, and sip mate with new friends. I'll show you how to navigate this incredible country on a budget, proving you don't need a fortune for the adventure of a lifetime. So, pack your bags, even if it's just in your imagination. Let's discover the heart of Uruguay together. The adventure is just beginning, and I'm glad you're here. My journey began in Montevideo, Uruguay's capital, a blend of grand European city and relaxed beach town. I wandered the Ciudad Vieja, the old city, where stunning architecture and vibrant street art told stories of past and present. Every corner revealed murals and graffiti, making the city feel alive and expressive. Following painted walls, I found hidden alleyways and small shops, art for the people, full of energy. At Mercado del Puerto, the heart of the city's food scene, the smell of grilling meat and the buzz of locals and travelers filled the air. Even on a budget, I found a spot at the counter watching chefs work their magic. As the sun set, I walked the Rambla, Montevideo's coastal promenade, where families gathered with mate and watched the water. The sky turned orange and pink as I sat on the seawall, feeling a deep sense of peace. Montevideo welcomed me with its history, art, and simple, beautiful way of life. The city's charm wasn't in expensive attractions, but in its everyday moments. I realized that the best way to experience Montevideo was to slow down and soak it all in. The city's gentle pace set the tone for my entire journey. Montevideo was the perfect start to my Uruguayan adventure. I couldn't wait to see what the rest of the country had in store. The adventure was only just beginning. Exploring a new place is about more than sights. It's about tasting the culture. In Montevideo, I ate well without spending much, starting each morning with a fresh bizcocho and coffee from a local bakery. For lunch, I found the legendary Chivito sandwich at a small stand. Steak, mozzarella, ham, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and a fried egg, all in a soft bun. The local ferias, or street markets, were a budget traveler's dream. Fresh bread, cheese, fruit, and friendly vendors eager to share a smile. Dinners were simple picnics, and every meal was a chance to connect with locals. One afternoon, an older gentleman in a cafe insisted I try torta frita, sharing stories about food and life in Uruguay. These encounters were more valuable than any fancy meal. Food became a bridge, connecting me to the place and its people. Eating like a local made every bite memorable. The flavors of Uruguay were simple, hearty, and unforgettable. My culinary adventure was just as rich as any sightseeing tour. Traveling on $950 meant smart planning, but it made the journey more rewarding. I chose hostels over hotels, clean, safe, and social, costing $15, $20 a night. Hostel kitchens let me cook my own meals, saving money and creating bonds with fellow travelers. Uruguay's excellent bus system connected every coastal town affordably, with tickets rarely over $15. Bus rides became a chance to watch the countryside roll by and embrace the relaxed pace. Cooking simple dinners with ingredients from local markets became a nightly ritual. Street food like chivitos and empanadas offered cheap, authentic flavors. Free activities were everywhere. Walking historic neighborhoods, relaxing on public beaches, hiking coastal trails, and watching sunsets. The best experiences cost nothing, just time and curiosity. Slowing down helped me appreciate the simple things and connect more deeply with Uruguay. My budget wasn't a restriction, it was an invitation to travel differently. I learned that the richest moments often come from the simplest pleasures. Uruguay's beauty was accessible to everyone, no matter their budget. Every dollar stretched further than I imagined. The journey was proof that adventure doesn't have to be expensive. Next stop, Punta del Este, the Saint-Tropez of South America. I wondered how a budget traveler could fit in, but the city's beauty was free for all. Golden beaches like Playa Mansa and Playa Brava were stunning and open to everyone. I visited the iconic hand sculpture at sunrise, an unforgettable free experience. Away from the tourist strip, I found affordable cafes and bakeries for coffee, pastries, and empanadas. Lunches on the beach felt like luxury picnics. Evenings were spent strolling stylish streets and window shopping, soaking in the chic atmosphere. My favorite spot was the marina, watching yachts and playful sea lions as the sun set. The harbor lights reflected on the water, creating a dazzling scene. I realized you don't need a yacht to enjoy the glamour of Punta del Este. The city's true luxury was in its natural beauty and vibrant energy. Glamour, I learned, is about what you see, not what you own. Punta del Este was proof that you can experience the best without breaking the bank. After Punta del Este, I craved something quieter, so I headed east to Cabo Polonio, a remote village with no roads. A 4x4 truck ride over sand dunes brought me to a place off the grid, where life was beautifully simple. Days were spent barefoot on endless beaches, watching sea lions and marveling at star-filled skies. The lack of electricity made the night sky unforgettable. From Cabo Polonio, I traveled to Punta del Diablo, a bohemian fishing village with colorful cabins and a laid-back vibe. I read in hammocks, swam in the ocean, and explored rocky coves. Life slowed to a gentle pace. My hostel felt like home, with a kind owner who shared stories and taught us to make fresh pasta. We cooked and ate together under the stars, laughing and sharing tales. In these small, unplanned moments, I found the true spirit of Uruguay. The magic wasn't in famous landmarks, but in quiet towns and warm, generous people. The coast revealed its wild beauty to those willing to wander off the beaten path. Simplicity became the greatest luxury. These hidden gems were the heart of my journey. My final stop was Colonia del Sacramento, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Barrio Historico's cobblestone streets and colonial architecture transported me to another era. Every turn revealed vintage cars, flower-filled windows, and hidden cafes. The town's peaceful, romantic energy encouraged me to slow down and savor each moment. I watched sunsets from the old city walls, the river glowing gold. Calle de los Suspiros, the Street of Sighs, was steeped in legend and history. Walking its stones, I felt the whispers of the past. Even here, I stuck to my budget. Affordable hostels, simple breakfasts, and riverside picnics. My main activities were walking and photography, costing nothing but time. Colonia was the perfect, peaceful ending to my journey. It proved that the richest travel experiences are often the simplest. To truly understand Uruguay, I embraced its traditions, starting with mate. Everywhere people shared this herbal drink, a symbol of friendship and community. Locals welcomed me, teaching me the ritual of preparing and sharing mate. Passing the gourd, I learned that mate is about slowing down and connecting. Music was everywhere, tango in intimate venues, candombe drumming in the streets. The rhythms were infectious, celebrations of culture and community. I said yes to new experiences, trying foods I couldn't pronounce, speaking Spanish, and accepting invitations from strangers. Each time my world grew a little bigger. Travel became an active engagement, not just sightseeing. The memories I made were of connection and discovery, not just places. Uruguay's spirit was found in its rituals, music, and the kindness of its people. These moments became the true souvenirs of my trip. The heart of Uruguay beat in every shared experience. As my journey ended, I reviewed my budget. $930 spent, just under my $950 limit. Lodging, transportation, and food were my main expenses, but the numbers didn't tell the real story. They couldn't capture the sunrise in Cabo Polonio or the kindness of strangers. My budget made the trip possible, but the real value was in the memories. This journey taught me that adventure isn't about money, it's about curiosity and courage. The richest moments were simple. A walk on the beach, a shared meal, a sunset. These are the souvenirs that fill your soul, not your suitcase. I invite you to discover Uruguay with an open mind and heart. Let its beauty and spirit wash over you. You don't need a fortune, just the desire to explore. Travel is a gift that reminds us of the world's kindness and wonder. The greatest treasures are the memories you make. And that, my friends, is worth more than any amount of money.